It's 6 a.m. on Friday, 12 April 2024. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the news on 3FM 92.7. We're coming to you live from our studios here at number 35 John Hammond Street in Accra. We're live also on all our social media platforms at 3FM 927, also on 3news.com. My name is Noble Crosby Annan. In the bulletin this morning, late Komla Jumo's sister, Mawina Treba, passes on. Also, Vice President Dr. Bawumia breaks his long silence over the LGBTQ plus activities in Ghana.
My faith is therefore very strictly against the practice of homosexuality.
We'll get more in the bulletin. Also coming up, road transport unions warn against arbitrary increase in transport fares by some drivers. And much later, Tamale Teaching Hospital has only 2 dialysis machines servicing 5 regions.
So 2 dialysis machines here against the population that require the services of dialysis, I think is woefully inadequate. I didn't even know that you had to.
We have details of these stories and many more coming to you shortly if you stay with us. Welcome to the program. We start on a rather sad note. A sister of the late Komla Jumo, Mawina Treba, has died. Reports say she died in the afternoon of April 11, 2024, after a short illness. She was 52 years old. Treba was the first female CEO of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. She was also the first female board chairperson of Movenpick Ambassador Hotel in Ghana. In 2020, she was named as the deputy spokesperson to the John Mahama and the NDC 2020 election campaign. She served as the spokesperson and head of communications for the office of the vice presidential candidate, Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman. She's survived by her husband, Flight Lieutenant Divine Treba, her daughter, one brother, and father, Professor Dumo. Away from that, some other stories this morning. There's been more reactions after the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, publicly opposed to homosexual activities in Ghana. The Vice President, who broke his silence on the matter after 7 years in office, said his religion and all other traditions in the country are also opposed to the practice of LGBTQ in the country. He passed the comments in the Ashanti region during the celebration of Eid yesterday.
As a Muslim, my view on this matter aligns with the position of my religious faith. My faith is therefore very strictly against the practice of homosexuality. Therefore, I personally cannot support that which my religion and indeed all major religions in Ghana, as well as our societal norms and values, clearly and unequivocally forbid.
That's the Vice President and flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Bawumia, speaking there. Meanwhile, spokesperson for the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Armiao, says they are waiting for the 2 presidential candidates, that is John Dramani Mahama of the NDC and Dr. Bawumia of the NPP, to put to practice what they have promised on the anti-LGBTQ plus after winning power.
It is heartwarming to hear that the 2 presidential candidates of the 2 contesting parties, the main contesting parties, have all declared a position, a personal position and that of their faith regarding the LGBT issue. More needs to be done. Currently, in my view, the presidency is in clash, whole of the nation is concerning this particular subject.
You hear the voice of the spokesperson of the National Chief Imam speaking there. Moving on, 2 major transport unions have described as illegal the arbitrary increase in transport fares by some drivers. The Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council and the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRT, say the increment contravenes the administrative instrument on the review. In a statement, the unions say they are still engaging the government on the recent increase in fuel prices and a possible increment in transport fares. Therefore, called on the general public to disregard the arbitrary increment by some industry players. Two other stories this morning. A former executive director of the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Vitus Azim, says it is difficult to believe the office of the special prosecutor can conduct any meaningful investigations into affairs of the scholarship secretariat. Now, the office of the OSP, after petitioning to his office this week, indicated in a statement that there's an ongoing investigation into the award of scholarships to students by the scholarship secretariat. Here is Vitus Azim.
The Office of Special Prosecutor said that they started investigations back as July 2023 because this was not in the public domain. Was it as a result of a petition by an individual citizen or on its own volition the Special Prosecutor started to do an investigation? But be as it is, it's good that they started an investigation. What is the interim report? Because if you saw these things, when they say, oh, we are petitioning, they say, oh, we are already working very on it. We've seen that in several government institutions. Oh, we are already working on it.
And that is Vitus Azim, who is a former executive director of the Ghana Integrity Initiative there. Now, calls for more dialysis machines at the Tamale Teaching Hospital have intensified as patients continue to bear the brunt of accessing dialysis services. The hospital has only 2 dialysis machines serving thousands of patients from the 5 regions of the north and other neighboring countries. Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, has been speaking about this matter. Here is a report.
The Tamale Teaching Hospital is a major referral health facility in the 5 regions of the north. It also serves patients from neighboring Burkina Faso, Togo, and La Côte d'Ivoire. Management of the hospital have in recent times publicly lamented the myriads of challenges it is faced with, ranging from cuts in water and electricity supply, insufficient oxygen supply, lack of an MRI machine, amongst other challenges. Engaging management of the hospital on his working visit to the hospital, Finance Minister Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam expressed worry over the challenges that have bedeviled the hospital.
2 dialysis machines here against the population that require the services of dialysis, I think is woefully inadequate. I mean, I didn't even know that you had 2 machines. We should have responded much quicker than we have done.
That was a report by my colleague Christopher Amwako on the state of dialysis machines in the northern part of the country. Let's bring you some international news before we take leave of you. As Tanzanian opposition has questioned the recent move by the government to rename the Electoral Commission. Now, effective today, the National Electoral Commission will officially be known as the Independent National Electoral Commission, according to a statement issued by government spokesperson in Tanzania. It said the change of the name aligns with the implementation of the newly enacted electoral laws. But opposition leader Tundu Lissu said the Tanzanian constitution recognizes the poll agency as electoral commission without the word independent. Still on some international news, Russian military instructors have arrived in Niger to train the national army as Moscow continues to bolster its influence in the troubled Sahel region of West Africa. The military specialists who arrived in Niger's capital, Niamey, on Wednesday were seen unloading here from a cargo plane. The military instructors are also bringing in air defense systems, according to the state broadcaster. The arrival followed a recent agreement between Niger's junta and Russia to boost security cooperation. The West African country has pivoted towards Moscow since the junta seized power in a coup last year. It has broken off long-standing military and diplomatic ties with France, and like neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso, is turning to Russia for support in beating back jihadist insurgency. That's how we wrap up on the morning news on 3FM 92.7. There's more news on our website, 3news.com. My name is Noble Crosby Annan. Have a good morning.